Welcome to the HRS Pro Web, creating a state-specific report manually. When you have dormant accounts and need to report those accounts to a specific state, you'll want to either create a report manually or import from a file which uses a specific HRS Pro template. This video will show you how to manually add a state-specific report. A report is made up of sections. The state-specific details such as the state, year, holder, report, and claim contacts, and then the details of the property and owners that you are submitting to that state specific. Manually creating a report is typically used for entering a few properties for a state or updating an existing report where you need to add an additional few properties. From the Reports tab, click on Create Manual Report. Red asterisk fields are required throughout the application in order to save the record. You'll first need to define the report details by entering the year of the report. Select the state in which you're reporting to. Select the holder. If you have one holder, that holder will be the default. Otherwise, you'll need to select the holder from the drop-down. Select the claims and report contacts. If there is only one, those will be your default. Otherwise, you will need to select the appropriate report and claim contacts from the drop-down list. If you want to give this report a description, you can do this in the description field. This is informational only. As a default, the report will be marked as in pending status until you create your NAPA file, at which point you will have the option to have it automatically marked as completed or kept in an in pending status. Once you mark the report as completed, no further edits, additions, or deletions can be made to the report. Once the information is entered, click on Save Report. This opens up the Report Details page where specific property details can be added. To add a new property record to your report, click on Add Owner Property button. You will need to select the property status. Reportable is indicating that you have met the dormancy time, did your due diligence, and are now reporting this property to the state. Refunded pre-report. This property has been returned to the owner and will be excluded from the report. Non-reportable. This report doesn't need to be reported to the state. You'll need to select what type of property this property record is. Once you click on Add Property, the Property Edit page displays where you will fill in the specific information for the property record. Depending on what code was selected, the state-specific requirements, some items displayed may change on what can be entered. If you accidentally added the wrong property type code, you can use the drop-down next to the property code and select a new one. If at any time you need to view the state-specific guidelines, you can click on the state link or visit the state's website directly by clicking on the link to the state website. You can enter an account number, check number, last activity date, add additional comments. At this point, click on the appropriate property you want to add. If you are adding cash, click on Add Cash and enter the details. After entering your property details, you will either want to add a new owner or link an existing owner that already resides in the database. Either option selected, you will be prompted to select the owner type and relationship to first owner. Click on Continue. Now, depending on which option was selected, you can either fill in the detail information for the owner and hit Save. Remember, red asterisk fields are required in order to save the record. Once you have the information, click on Save. If entering the owner details and it finds a matching tax ID, you will be prompted on what you would like to do. Would you like to link the owner or save it as a duplicate? In this case, I'm going to go ahead and link the existing owner because the information is correct. It's the same owner. Now you will see the owner information displayed in my owner section. See the link existing owner video to learn how to link an existing owner to the property record. Once you have the details for this property, click on Save Property. At this point, if you have more properties to add, you can click on Add Property. This will allow you to add a new empty property record. If you want to copy the existing property record, click on Copy Property. This will only copy the property details and not the owner information. If you want to copy the property details, including the owners, click on Copy with Owners. Once you are done, you can click on the Back to Reports Details, which takes you back to either, at this point, adding additional property records, generating your forms, and then downloading a NAPA file. Thank you for watching the HRS Pro Web Manually Creating a State-Specific Report video. Be sure to review the additional video series or read the FAQs for further guidance in using HRS Pro Web.